So I grew up in Lebanon, on top of the mountains where the snakes go, to warm up. And our house in the village was right, and they called it Snake Alley.
That should terrify the shit out. That should terrify kids, eh?
Oh man, and one actually got to me.
Snake Alley. Oh really?
One actually got to me when I was 4 years old, and I was screaming. My grandpa was in the room. They didn't know what I was saying.
Okay.
They go in the kitchen. They're like, "Oh, snake!" Blew his brains out and everything. The guts are still on the ceiling.
Seelo. Salmundo.
Seelo.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know you got a few names in the city. Last time I seen you, brother, and this was a special day because we made history. The NBA champs. You watched the Raptors game with me where we took it down.
I'll never forget it.
Right? I will never forget that visit. Me and you hung out, had a bite to eat, watched the game. It was awesome. But now we got you back. As promised, we wanted you to be on the podcast with us so we can get to know you a little bit, because a lot of us know you as, the music man in the city. You're on turntables. You're making some sick music. And we all love it. We love running into you anywhere in the city. But we're with you now. Phone's off. We got your undivided attention, which is hard.
I need my phone back.
Which is hard to do. Yeah, we'll give it to you when it's done. But you're with us. I thank you for being here, brother. It's a pleasure to have you here again. But I thought, rather than get into the music thing first, we would talk about the beginnings. I know that you are Lebanese, which I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed from the beginning. You don't have
the best is when I'm around Lebanese people and they don't know I'm Lebanese and they start speaking Arabic.
You don't tell them right away.
And then no, I don't tell them right away. I'll wait it out. I'll wait like 10 minutes, and then I'll say something in Arabic. And then they're just shocked. Yeah,
exactly. So that's your background. You're Lebanese. Where are you from originally in Lebanon?
Right around the June area.
And you were born there?
Yeah, in the hills. Yeah,
that's a beautiful
small
area.
Village, 55 homes. Yeah,
that's how all our villages are. I think I told you mine was like.
I think everyone's born in the village and they make their way down to the city. Not too many cities.
Especially the cool ones, the ones that don't want to remain mountain people.
Exactly. And then we end up in Canada.
Where did you guys? When did you guys come to Canada? Like, was it all together? Was it a family thing?
No, my dad came in '89. My mom came in. My mom and I came in '91.
That's funny. I came in '91.
No,
I was born here. Went to Lebanon for 7 years, came back in 91.
So how many years is that?
That's 7 years. Yeah. So I mean, that's a lot of backyard growing up. Nothing really to report. Like I can tell you much about Lebanon, but came here in 91. So have you been back since?
Yeah, a couple times.
When was the last time you went?
Went back when I was in grade 8. And that was the last time.
So it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
So you've never been to White?
No. I don't know Lebanon the way people talk about Lebanon right now.
Yeah.
But hopefully my goal is to get there.
I can see
without
you
having
playing
to pay
in
for it.
Yeah, for sure. So that certificate we're about to hand over to you, or maybe hand over to you, is probably worthless. Probably get all your shit for free around here. So you were here since 91. You've been back a few times. Did you guys first come to Canada and reside in Edmonton, or?
No, my dad came because my mom's brother. He lived in Detroit, so he went and lived with him in Detroit, and then he situated there. And there's a city across from Detroit called Windsor.
Yeah.
So he thought Windsor was a better spot for us.
Okay.
So then he moved over to Windsor, and then we came 2 years later.
Where to?
Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, so I thought you were about to tell me there was a mistake.
No.
Bought a ticket to Windsor, ended up in Canada.
He thought Canada was better after you see Detroit. Like, come on.
Yeah, for sure.
Detroit
is crazy. I hear you. You shouldn't even lock your car in Detroit because then they break your shit to get in.
There's a fact about Detroit. You can have livestock in downtown Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, they passed the bill where you can have a cow or a chicken in your backyard.
So it's called the Motor City, but you could have like cows and chickens walking around. Yeah. Basically, anything that moves, they're good with it.
It's not the Motor City anymore.
No, hey? Did you ever live in Detroit?
No, never lived in Detroit. So I still have a couple uncles, an aunt, a bunch of cousins down there. So I go every year to visit. It's a nice place to visit and leave. Mm-hmm. I love Detroit. I shouldn't say anything bad about it, but
they're not watching. We're not that popular. We haven't made it to Detroit. I have an uncle actually that lives in Kendall, in Florida,
Okay.
Just half an hour away from Miami. But that's the only relative I believe that I have. I mean, a lot of Druze people, a lot of Lebanese people I've met over the years, but my uncle, my dad's brother lives in Kendall, and I went to visit him there in Miami. That's fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah,
but Kendall's like a Spanish speaking.
Oh yeah, you get out, you get off the airport, they're speaking Spanish to you, and you're like,
it's
Arabic or English,
exactly. Like
maybe
pick
French.
one. Yeah, exactly. So you went from Windsor, Ontario to Edmonton. When did that happen?
That happened maybe about 11 years ago. 11 years ago, came out here for work after did some schooling, and you know what? I liked Edmonton, like just the feel of it. You know, you can tell there's a lot of potential here. You know what I mean? It was my first job in Edmonton was in Beaumont.
You were saying that.
I told you that the other day. Yeah.
Where was it?
Right by that rec center down after the hill.
By that Aquafit?
Yeah.
Whatever?
Yeah.
So what were you doing there?
So we do underground and everything. And then, we had a development area. Yeah. So we started there and started working around. And it was before the Henday was done or anything. And I'm like, wow, this city is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's so young and it's growing. And I went to Calgary too. And I'm just like, you know, it's almost there. You know, it's good. It's still untapped, but then I came back to the Edmonton. I'm just like, I like it.
So that must have been when Beaumont was tiny.
Oh yeah,
because it's grown since.
It's huge now.
It's what 20,000.
I mean, it's not big,
but but I mean, they got pretty much everything. You don't need to leave Beaumont for much.
No,
once you have like a Dairy Queen.
Maine is the best. That's the first.
Sorry, we're out of certificates, so we're not sponsored by. We're actually sponsored by Central Social Hall. Okay. Jesse sponsored this podcast. And I'll tell you where that ties in, but we'll make you wait.
Jesse's the man.
Make you wait for your phone, make you wait for the certificate, make you wait for a lot of things. When did the passion for music start? Was it at a young age or?
It was at a young age. I had a couple of friends that were into music a lot. One of them was a rapper, and I used to always go with him to the studio, and it always intrigued me. And you know, I started spinning vinyl very young too, and it wasn't house music, which what I spin now, so. It was more. I got the hip hop influence, and then as I came to Edmonton, I discovered electronic music more and more. And a few of my friends that I'm still friends now, they helped me out. They helped me show me what a CDJ was, which is what you play records off of, what a mixer is, and all that stuff. Yeah. And got rolling with that. And shout out to homie Nestor Delano.
Yeah, okay.
He's the guy that got me going there.
Is he in Edmonton?
Oh yeah, he's in Edmonton. Yeah, he's pretty big. And I just kept rolling, and then I kept meeting people and just kept going up. Now I'm working for Boudang, and then
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
Boudang is
for the guys that don't know, obviously.
Boudang is an entertainment company that books. You know, they bring in guys like Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Deadmau5. We actually had Deadmau5 here for New Year's Eve a few years back, even with Calvin Harris and Skrillex. That was a pretty big lineup. I don't know if we can ever get that again, but
yeah, that might be a little harder now. The more popular they get, the harder it is to book them, right?
Especially guys like Calvin Harris. Those guys just skyrocketed over the years.
And you just say in Edmonton,
and that was before it was mainstream. You know what I mean? It wasn't cool to spin house music back then, eh?
Yeah.
Now it's like it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Now producers are producing for hip hop artists. You know what I mean?
Would you consider yourself as one of the guys that opened up the door to that genre of music? Because like you said, Edmonton? It wasn't before. And then slowly guys that have followed suit, guys that are friends of yours, that have watched you come up, that are kind of almost being guided by you. You know what I mean? And then not a lot of them put it out there, but you can kind of see it at parties, at get-togethers, at shows, at events. Yeah. Would you say you're one of those guys that kind of brought it to the forefront?
I'd like to think that. You know, I'd like to humble. Be. But you know, it's if someone comes up to me when I'm playing and they ask me, "Oh, how'd you get into this?" and I'll explain to them and I'll show them what to do. I'll give them all the stuff they need to know how to get started.
Yeah.
In the proper way, at least. And even when it comes down to lessons, I'll ask them if they want some. But we're all busy. I don't want to make any promises. I'll show them the way, and they got to do the work to get to where they want to be.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. For sure. Is what's some of the ups and downs that you face? Like, obviously there's a lot of things in the music industry and what you do that are very gratifying, that are just awesome because they make you feel like all this work is worth it. But there must have been things along the way that were just horrific. Care to share any one of those, the good or the bad?
You have to have thick skin in the music industry, and you can't expect too much. You know what I mean? Like just starting off, right? You have to take criticism in a good way, and sometimes some of these younger guys don't take it in a good way because say you're making a mix and you screw up a mix. Yeah. You mix how many 30 tracks per set as a house DJ.
Yeah.
You screw up one mix between two tracks and people are just giving you shit.
Yeah. So it just doesn't take much to fall off the wagon.
Yeah, 100%. And making music is different, It takes so much time to practice, to get to know the system, get to know your what programmer you want to use, what VSTs you want to use. VSTs are the instruments you use, right? And it's a long process, but the end is very rewarding, especially when you make a track and you're just like, wow, this is crazy, this is awesome.
What's up with you have 2 new tracks?
Actually, I got one.
'Cause I heard one, I was like, what the fuck? You're like, that's new, but I didn't hear the full thing. We actually played it at the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah.
But there wasn't the full version. But what's up with that?
That's a track I did with my homie from Edmonton. His name is Thomas Anthony. Shout out to Thomas. Better known as Peeping Tom back in the day.
Tom. That name gets some notoriety, or what?
that was his first name. And then he's even better known for Peep This.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
I guess for your good, doesn't matter what the fuck you call yourself.
That's a duo between him and Tycho.
Okay.
Guy,
Yeah.
I did that track with him.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's been 2 years since I did it, and I was kind of stumped on it, and so I just sent it to Tom. I was like, Tom, like I don't know, it's not sounding good to me. I don't know if you could do something to it. And he just took it and he put his 2 cents in, and I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Sent it out to get finalized and everything. It's called mastering.
Yeah.
And we sent it to a couple of labels. One of the labels was a label I wrote down.
Yeah.
As when I started,
like one of your goals.
One of my top goals.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I changed my name to simply from Seelo Mundo to Seelo. Now I'm not known as Seelo Mundo anymore. It's just Seelo. It goes under just house music. No mainstream. No hip hop or anything like that. But if I do play the hip hop and the mainstream stuff, it's Seelo Mundo, Seelo, just for the house music.
What do you prefer?
Right now, Seelo.
Yeah.
Because it's a project I've been working on.
Okay.
And the music I'm making is under Seelo.
Gotcha.
So we sent it to a few labels, and the label that I wanted as the main goal hit me back. And they're like, oh, we actually sent them 2 tracks.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we want the I Want to Know, which is the track I made with Tom. I'm like, am I reading this right now? Am I reading this email? Oh man, I was on something else. I called Tom a million times. It was like a poor guy. It was like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
And he's a substitute teacher. He probably had to work the next day.
That must have been a fun morning for him.
Get the champagne ready.
Yeah. It's worth it though.
Oh man, it was a good feeling. So we did everything else, finalized it, just signed the contracts, and it's in.
Where's that record label from?
Are
they Canadian?
It's run by a guy named Chami.
Yeah.
It's called Confession.
Yeah.
And they're run out of New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's from France.
Gotcha.
And we've had him a couple times we booked him with Boudang, and we just booked his the guy he plays with all the time. His name is Mala. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just had him here.
And did you go see him in New York? Like, how was it finalized?
Now today's day and age, they just send you an email.
FaceTime.
Yeah, they're like, here's the contract. There's no flying the private jet.
Congratulations, man. That's fucking awesome. That's a milestone.
Oh, that's a huge milestone. Yeah. That was my main goal. Now I had to make. I'm like, man, I got to make something else.
You didn't want to push it and be like, hey, just take a look at that second track. It's like, don't fucking push it, Seelo. That's awesome though. That's such anytime you kind of take that next step, especially when it's a goal that you wrote down years back and you actually get it done, that's beautiful, man.
And that's the rewarding part of it, what I mean? But you have to go through some criticism to get there, you know what I mean?
Monkey off the back a little bit.
100%. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you mentioned that it took you 2 years to do that track? Or a track that you're working on?
Yeah, it was kind of like on the back burner for the longest time. Like every producer does this. They will make a bunch of tracks, and they'll just get their ideas ready in place, and then they'll kind of put them on the back burner for a bit. Some of them never see the light of day, and that's just the
maybe
way it
something
is.
will come up where you can kind of see a fit for it.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking you that is because I can't see it taking that long.
Yeah,
but I'm not a music guy, right? So I have no idea.
But at the same time, you're working on other tracks. You know what I mean? You're releasing other things.
So it might not be straight work on that track, but you've slowly built it over a year or two into something like the one that got picked up.
You make a couple ideas. You make an idea, you let it go. You make an idea, you let it go. And then sometimes you just start pulling ones from your files and see what's more relevant now.
I fucking love to listen to those though.
Oh man.
We could probably use a bunch of those for like some of our videos. We're always looking for like cool music to add. That man for sure.
Yeah, especially with the copyright laws and everything now. So.
Yeah, exactly. we gotta let them open up a little bit and just
I'll give you clearance.
No, that's dope, man. I appreciate that. So you haven't done music just here, because when I was talking to some of the guys that are acquaintances of ours, guys like Nudie, guys like Billy, guys that have worked with you before, that have had the pleasure of shadowing you, being around you and stuff like that. They mentioned that you've gone to Brazil together, you've done some overseas shit. Do you have any, like, they started telling me a story that we didn't really finish because you were afraid that they said too much. What happened in Brazil, bro? Maybe if Nudie's watching, we can clear that shit up.
Nothing happened in Brazil. It's what I was scared of would happen.
We didn't bring a snake into the studio.
Oh man. And when we left, I was scared of this random snake just popping out anywhere, because I grew up in Lebanon,
especially
man.
in Brazil.
Oh yeah, especially in Brazil. I grew up in Lebanon, on top of the mountains where the snakes go. At the warm up, and our house in the village was right, and they called it Snake Alley.
That should terrify the shit out. That should terrify kids, eh?
Oh man, and one actually got to me.
Snake Alley. Oh really?
One actually got to me when I was 4 years old, and I was screaming. My grandpa was in the room. They didn't know what I was saying.
Okay.
They go in the kitchen. They're like, "Oh, snake!" Blew his brains out and everything. The guts are still on the ceiling.
So this didn't just happen because you were watching a documentary one time. Like you've had an encounter with snakes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I have bad dreams of snakes.
Oh shit. That's crazy. Mine are grizzly bears.
Grizzly
a little bit bigger. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Grizzly bear trapping me in a corner, just about to beat the shit out of me, man.
I wonder if you could take a shotgun with you camping and just to have it.
Or bear mace, at least something.
I don't think it does anything, to be honest.
To the bear?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I heard
it must.
It probably just pisses them off even more, I think. I don't know.
Probably. Especially if there's cubs around. But any story with like bear mace always ends up sounding the same. Yeah, I sprayed it, the wind caught it the right way, hit me in the eyes, and then the thing ate me alive or some shit like that. So you can't really trust bear mace because it's in the air.
Yeah.
Like if the bear is going to start crying and run away and it touches you, you're probably going to be in worse shape.
Have you bought any? Have you bought any bear mace?
Yeah.
You have to register yourself at the Cabela's.
I don't have any, no. I think mine is stolen. But I've never opened it. I think we sprayed it once, but just a little bit, and it caught one of the guys sitting in the car, and he freaked out. But that's what I'm saying. All the stories with bear mace end the same fucking way. So that's where your phobia of snakes started.
Yeah, it was at that point, and I think other couple stories happened because it's Snake Alley, man. You don't see one snake your life in Lebanon, right?
Is it bad though?
It would.
Like, would you wear snake boots? Like
no, you know Lebanese people, they don't care. They just grab it by the tail.
But
and toss
somehow I could see you not giving a shit and walking around with like snake boots.
I bet you I was less scared when I was a kid than I am now. It's just built onto me. Like, I swear if I went to see one of those like mind reader things, they're gonna say I have something on my back. And it's that snake phobia.
Can I tattoo a snake on you one day? That would.
I was thinking about getting a snake tattoo on my back so I never see it.
Okay, look me up. I'll give you my card when I'm done.
So we went to Brazil.
Yeah,
and they put us. My buddy Rico Moda. He goes RTW.
Yeah,
Entertainment.
Yeah.
They do the same thing as Boudang, but with like Brazilian artists. Mm-hmm. Shout out Rico. So he booked us down there, me, Nudie, and Bill.
Yeah.
Nestor Delano.
Yeah.
And we all went down there for 5 days in Brazil. And we had this big show, and it was a city called Uberaba in Brazil.
Yeah.
And he put us in a farm. And like
No snakes go on a farm.
Oh
do
my
they?
god!
You're like, do you have any high-rise fucking
high
tower? Yeah, for sure. High grass, so you can't see shit.
Oh man! But in the farm, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But like, just going out there, and I was like, man, for sure there's snakes here. And they had a screen door just like we had in Lebanon. And And nighttime, like there's just one spotlight, and I'm just waiting for that snake to pop up in that spotlight.
Did the guys know that you had a phobia for snakes by then, or had it not been?
Not really.
Okay.
They didn't really get any wind of it until they seen my boots were upside down.
Okay, because that's where the story started. So what happened? You were in a room, your boots were upside down?
No, every time I left my boots alone, I put them upside down just in case.
That's actually smart.
So just in case you don't come to your boot and there's a snake in it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
so
shit.
He's not going to hang upside down and just jump in the boot.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, at least I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. You get a chance to kick it that way.
So Nudie and Bill, like, every day they'd look at the boots and like, man, why are your boots upside down? Because I'm like, the snakes.
Then how could your boots even be upside down? So you do wear cowboy boots?
No,
were they like? I just keep picturing these big.
No.
Okay, just normal boots.
They're like Steve Madden's, Steve Madden boots.
I don't know why I kept picturing big boots. Like I thought this guy doesn't wear any. All right, I got you.
So yeah, they're like, why are your boots upside down? And I'm told them like, because I don't want a snake to go in there. They just both looked at me dead stare, and then they just bursted in laughing.
So did you have the lights on? Somebody said there were lights on.
Oh yeah, lights were on the hallway.
So lights on, boots upside down. You're sitting there. I'm trying to picture it. Trying to paint the picture.
Every morning, I'm like in the corner fetal position.
That's not even a joke, eh?
No,
so don't laugh it off like it's. You actually did that.
And Nudie just opens the door and he's just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Get away!"
That's fucking funny, man. Holy shit! So where else did you guys go besides Brazil? Obviously, I've seen pictures and videos of you guys going around everywhere. What's the biggest event you've played? Obviously, you played with some big names, but what's the highlight, would you say, of your career so far besides the email back about the tracks?
I mean, Brazil a couple times was the third time we went to Brazil was 10,000 people. But I've opened up for so many artists, guys like Tiesto. I direct opened for Tiesto on New Year's Eve a few years back. Shout out to my homie Veet and Marty from Boudang for hooking that up. But yeah, it's those type of shows, the shows at Shaw and everything that have grown this scene, and those, they're hard to top, to be honest. You know what I mean? Now I'm trying to go into international. The international route, just getting my music out there on all the music platforms, things like Spotify, Apple Music, and I don't know if Tidal really fits to what I'm trying to do, but
But you've seen that transition, where it went from the old days and how you used to do things. How far has it come? Like where do you see it going?
There was a gray area when you didn't, like, artists were like, what are we gonna do, like. Because they had the Napster and then they had LimeWire. Like I'm guilty for that.
Yeah.
Like you look.
You look like you're guilty of a lot of things. But go ahead.
That's true.
We'll save that for another podcast
next time.
Yeah, for sure.
But there was like back when I was in grade 8, I was still buying albums. Albums were like, well, what, $20 to $25 at HMV. Okay. Now HMV's not even in the mall. No. What is it? It's like a where you can get rock shirts, you can get Nirvana shirts. That's what HMV is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know.
Older records now.
Yeah,
like they're more of the collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there was like a gray area where like everyone's like, what are we gonna do? And then streaming services started popping up, like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, which is owned by Jay-Z. They just started coming up, and you had this small fee you paid a month, and you could listen to any track in the world.
Yeah.
For $10 a month. It's almost like the Netflix of music. And now that's taken the world by wave. It saved music. It saved the artists from like, getting what they rightfully deserve. And like we would go back again to like all that work, and that's another reward you can get. You know what I mean? The term starving artist is real because you know this. Yeah.
Hey, what do you say? Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
Like, so like you have your passion. It's painting and everything.
Of course, yeah.
You're amazing at it.
Thanks, brother.
You know, you have to put the time.
Yeah, of course.
You have to put the time and effort into like just like
It's
music.
like anything, man. Yeah,
100%.
You got
repetitive emotions.
Everybody thinks it just happens on the spot. Like, oh, that track must have like.
Some people are talented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the talent can go elsewhere. You know what I mean? If you don't push that talent without the practice, you know that.
But everything, people think everything happens overnight. But if you actually look into the person's, background or the few years past, you could see that, they didn't see you in the basement sitting there listening to tracks, mixing. Like they didn't see that Seelo. You know what I mean?
Well, or the condo building. I'm sorry, my neighbors.
Right? That's why you're not there anymore.
Exactly.
on your Instagram, it says in the heading that your only limit is yourself.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like it's you can dictate how far you want to go. If you want to visualize yourself, say when I first started playing, I used to like to visualize myself in front of a crowd of people playing, having fun, smiling. I used to always just daydream about that.
Yeah.
You can, with the right work ethic and everything put into play, you can get to that point. Now I'm visualizing it around the world, which I never did before. I always visualized it just in Edmonton.
Like manifesting.
Yeah,
it, so.
Exactly. Manifesting all your thoughts.
Yeah.
So if you believe you say to yourself you can't do it, then that's the first judgment.
The first step in the wrong direction.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, if you limit yourself to what you do, you're not going to go higher than what you're actually going for. Like the goal for confession, I put that down, and I said I'm going to get this. And then if you work towards it. You can't just put that down like I want that and just go sit down on the couch and watch TV.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
I wish life worked that way.
Yeah, oh man.
You have a track called Reason.
Yeah.
And it's to do with, correct me if I'm wrong, mental health.
Yeah.
So where does that tie into Seelo's life? Like I'm just trying to put. I read it and I'm trying to put it together.
It's been a big issue with artists, and like just the strain on artists, like the traveling and the producing, and like you're always in like the party atmosphere. Some people like to drink, some people like it just gets pushed on you in that direction. And this track, which is the lyrics are done by Miss Fly, and it's featuring a good buddy of mine from Toronto. His name's A.K.A, living legend, amazing at music. It's the lyrics will just hit you in every single direction.
Yeah.
Just stating that it's like a friend talking to a friend saying I'll be there for you and give me the reason to be around you. Or,
okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
I'll help you out.
That's awesome.
And it's actually another one that's been sitting there for a long time, and I feel like it should be released soon. It should see the light of day very, very soon. So. Okay. Yeah,
make sure you let us know. I want to hear that.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to hear it. You have you have like obviously you've done a lot of traveling and you've gotten to know. I can't even imagine tons of people. Yeah. If I could tell a quick story before I ask you this question, I remember when I saw you at the River Creek Casino.
Oh.
And Boys to Men was there. Hey, Chris, you listening? He's a big fan. Boys to Men was there. And we were with a group of people. Yeah. I bumped into you. And like a fucking boss, you were solo. You were solo.
You want to know the actual story to that? I only got one ticket to the show, so I can take anybody else.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like it was by choice, but okay. Still a very boss move, but nonetheless.
I'm pretty sure I could have got one for my girlfriend.
100%. Oh yeah, for sure. So I remember the show was almost over, and I saw a lineup around the building because we were like way up top.
Yeah.
They called it VIP, but it was pretty much the opposite of VIP because you were the farthest you could sit. So that didn't make no sense to me. Okay. And I was asking you about the lineup, like, what's up with that? Like, oh, they're meeting the band after taking pictures. You want to go? And I was like, well, I don't want to line up. All I seen was chicks like from front to back. And you said, oh no, I can get us in, no problem. And I knew you were connected.
Yeah.
But literally, we walked me to the front of the line. Here's all these people have been there for like an hour, like dying to meet the band. The band just gets there. Yeah. One of the girls recognized you, comes up to you. Me and you were standing there. Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, I just want to come by and just say hi to the band.
Just
and they're like, yeah, come on.
Just everybody.
Everybody, man. We walked in. We took a picture. We were like chatting with them. I was like, holy shit.
That was a good time.
I've never met the guys, and obviously a fan from back in the day. You blended right in us.
Every classic love song in history is by Boys to Men.
Big time.
Yeah,
big time. And you throw Mariah in there?
Oh man,
fire.
Jeez.
But so that's how I knew how connected you were, especially at that moment. I was like, holy fuck, there's nowhere you can go without.
I mean, you do the work, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you work with a lot of people.
Of course.
You know, you
of course.
You get your time. Like say that person would come to our show, we'd hook them up. You know, it's part of like industry standard, right?
Exactly. But where I was going with that question before I jumped in with that story was, you must surround yourself with creative people. Do you find that is? I'm a pretty creative guy in my own right because of my art, but do you find that you're more creative when you surround yourself with creative guys, or are you one of those innovators that likes to literally figure it out on your own? Because you seem like an innovative kind of person, but is that something that you rely on yourself, or is it a mixture of people you know?
I like to be around people. Okay. I don't like to sometimes I like to make ideas alone, and then I'll take it to like say with my buddy Tom.
Yeah, one or two guys.
Yeah, we'll sit down and we'll just put a bunch of ideas together, and then like there's a remix we're working on right now, and I feel like I work better with people, and
two brains are better than one kind of thing.
When I first started making music, I was kind of intimidated because I didn't know how it really worked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How would you do it in the studio?
Where's the play button?
Yeah, that's beyond.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we figured that out a while ago. I'm just fucking with you.
But yeah, it's when you sit with other minds, it kind of gives you energy, and you know, have you ever sat like with an artist and like with another? Oh really?
Well, it was nothing to do with art, but we were editing a video, and we had that. Raw moment I was going to ask you that you might have had before, where we're putting a scene and a track together and the words of the artist kind of came out at the exact time a scene came up and it just clicked.
Wow.
And we're like, we're high-fiving because it doesn't usually happen, right? But I'm saying in music it must happen a lot because you got a beat, you got lyrics, you got all these things, so you must have a lot of those moments where with me it's only happened a couple of times, but I love that feeling, and I wanted to hold on to that like 2 minutes forever.
Exactly.
I was like, fuck, that was awesome.
And you learn from those people, like right when I first started producing, everyone was better than me. Everyone I worked with was better.
You got to start somewhere,
and you the more studio time you put with them, the more you learn, you know, and the more your library builds itself and over, and your relationships get bigger and bigger. You know, like there's a track I did with a guy named Hunter Seelo from Toronto.
Okay. And
that was a good learning experience. Mm-hmm. You know, with the labels and everything, and I haven't went through that. It was just usually I just toss out a mix on SoundCloud, you know, of a bunch of other people's tracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So making music for a few years, you just you move on and you meet more and more people, and it's crazy the creative minds are out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. You kind of seek them out through the connections that you've been making, because you're just going to find each other, birds of the same feather.
100%.
Where do you see yourself? I know you got some great things that have obviously just happened to you, some stepping stones that you've achieved that have kind of come out of nowhere and you're blown away by. Mm-hmm. Where do you see yourself? Like, what's the next step? Are you staying in Edmonton? Where do you see yourself in the next few years? Like, what's next for Seelo? Like, where are we gonna? Are you just gonna continue?
Right now, Edmonton is home. Right now,
I love it.
Edmonton is home, and like I said, I love the city. You know, it would take a lot for me to move back to Toronto, or because that's Canada's hub. You know what I mean? Like think of
it's a little jam packed now.
100%.
A little hard to find tickets.
Exactly.
But I love that.
Think of the world's music right now.
Yeah.
Like you got best pop artist, which is arguably like Bieber.
Yeah.
R&B, you got The Weeknd.
Yeah.
You know, hip hop, you got Drake. Electronic, you have Deadmau5. All those guys are from that area.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a huge hub for music. So yeah, but
there's no reason to go anywhere.
Yeah, but we're building something in Edmonton. We're building a community, and it'd be a shame to leave that community high and dry when you
especially because you could say one day leave and then you find out that it's blown up in its own way, and you're like, I was a part of that. I started something there, right? Yeah, you don't want to be one of those guys, right? So stick to what made you who you are so far.
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer in that. I love that you just said that. That's actually awesome. Do you have? We like I said before, we were sponsored by Central Social Hall. Mm-hmm. Jesse was kind enough to give us $100 gift certificate,
$100.
dinner for two, brother. If you pass the test, here's the test.
Okay,
it's a segment.
Okay.
And you gotta pick up your phone, call a friend, can't be the girlfriend. Okay. You gotta call a friend and tell them you're on the south side, you're in the middle of nowhere, you're like on Calgary Trail near the airport, flat tire, 1% left on your phone. You don't have AMA, so don't hit me with that shit.
Okay.
And you need their help. You need them to come pick you up. They're your only hope. If they say yes, you win dinner for two at can we edit that out at Central Social Hall? Thanks to Jesse. We're fucking editing that out. But it's Central Social Hall. It's $100 gift certificate, right? Am I holding it right? Like this?
Yeah.
And you get this if they say yes to come in and pick you up.
Okay.
So don't give any hints. Don't be telling them you're on the Beehive Podcast. And see what they say. Yeah, we're definitely going to edit that part out. Cut that out. So we'll edit this part out until you get the person that you want on the phone.
Okay. I got
Like a friend, somebody that you know will say
Speaker?
yes. Yeah, speaker right here so we can all hear it. And then afterwards I'll talk to them just so they know what's up. It's Seelo. Ain't nobody saying no. Right? Call me in the middle of a podcast. I'll take off and help them. All right, guys, somebody else take over.
See if it picks up.
You lose automatically if they don't answer.
No way.
We got to call somebody else.
Hi, you reached Shafraz Dasa.
It's not Shafraz.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, we'll go. Oh, okay, here we go.
This doesn't smell as good as Dana's. Dana's. I'm on a fucking roll. Kick me off this podcast. What should I do, Debbie?
Shoo. Hey, bro, I'm like in the middle of a farm right now. It's like farmlands, and the tire off my Jeep just blew.
Wait, what are you?
I'm like just south of Edmonton.
I can come pick you up.
I'm almost in the ditch.
That was pretty fast. What's his name?
Jekov.
Jekov.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Jekov. Yeah.
What's his Adabi name?
Who's that?
What's your name, bro? What's your name?
Jacob.
My name's Omar. I'm the host of the Beehive Podcast, and we have your boy Seelo on right now, and we're playing a segment where if he calls a friend for help and makes up some story about being stranded, and that friend says yes, we buy him dinner for two, thanks to Social Central Hall, which is here in downtown Edmonton. So, brother, because you said yes, you just won him dinner for two. So he's probably going to take you, but just so you know, you're a good sport. We appreciate you taking part in this, man.
Anytime.
All right, Habibi. Somebody else has called you. They just fucking missed out. They just missed out, man.
Okay. Thanks, bro.
Anytime.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna
call
Shafraz. Be like, dude,
Just say, would you have helped me out, bro? So you're like, why?
Hey.
hey,
What's up?
I'm on a podcast right now, and I used you as my like free call. Okay, I was gonna make up a story of me being on like me being in like the rural Edmonton. My tire popped. I need you to come pick me up. And
What?
yeah, and if you said yes, I would have got $100 gift card, but you didn't pick up.
But it's Seelo, so you know the next call was going to say
Yeah, actually, you should have this guy on your podcast too.
anytime.
Yeah.
I actually know who he is. I've seen him a few times. We don't know each other personally, but that's dope, man.
Okay, I'll call you back. Love you. Right. Random shit.
That's fucking awesome. My brother still holds the record for fastest yes on a podcast. Like the phone rang. He's like, I'm stranded. It's like, where are you? I'll come right now. But poor guy was for $20, and here you are with $100 gift certificate. There you go, my man. I know you know Jesse, and you probably
I used to play for him at the ranch.
Oh, well, give that back. We'll give you some dollars. But he's an awesome guy.
Amazing. They put a lot of work into Central.
Of course, I've seen him for a few years, and I know he's
him, Jerry, and everybody.
Yeah, and they got a location at St. Albert.
Yeah, I've been
right,
there.
and then location downtown on 109 in Jasper, right on the corner. Everybody knows where that is. Appreciate him giving us that gift certificate. Enjoy, brother. Maybe call us and buy us a shot while you're there.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
We should go all use this tonight. Actually.
Oh, take it easy. Man. we got work in the morning. What time is it anyway?
Don't we all?
That is awesome. I hope the next time I see you, brother, it's next year. Well, I want to see you before then, but hopefully next year we're watching another playoff basketball game because you're good luck.
They're going to ask me, where did I watch the Raptors game? I'll be like at Omar's farm home, which I had no idea where he lived.
We prefer the term acreage, not farm home.
Acreage. I'm like, you sent me the address. I'm like, are you a farmer?
You're like, what's a Leb doing on a farm? All I had to do is meet you outside with like a Canadian or a Budweiser or some shit. You would have fell for it. But no, I appreciate you coming out here, man.
My man.
I hope we can use some of your tracks, some of the stuff that you got put aside, because I'm sure it's fire. It's just people haven't gotten a chance to hear it. Yeah. So I want to have a night with you where we just go through some of them with the guys and then maybe pick out a couple of things that we want to use.
100%.
You know, we'll pay you. We'll give you shout outs.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, brother. Enjoy that. I don't know if you're going to use it tonight, but if Jesse's there, we can always give him a shout out too. What's the scariest thing that's happened to you besides the snake thing? I know you've told us about ups and downs, but what's the scariest thing that's ever occurred? Like, what's a moment in your life that just shook you to the core? Maybe you don't want to revisit it, but we like to take people there.
So my day job, it's civil tech.
Yeah.
We do underground.
By the way, I thought you were a plumber when you pulled up. Because we actually called the plumber, so we thought it was him. So we closed the door on you. We're like, Seelo, what the fuck are you doing here?
So yeah, we do underground.
Yeah. How many vehicles do you own?
Just
you gotta show up in the same.
That's the company's.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, we were installing a manhole, and it was a massive manhole. It's probably the size of this room.
Yeah.
And it was during a snowy day, November 17th, and there was a guy. Say the hole was like this room.
Yeah.
And it was coming in. You had 2 feet on each side. It was coming in. There was a guy in the corner, and the operator accidentally moved the joystick too hard, and it smushed the guy. Oh! And I was standing right there.
So you witnessed it?
I witnessed it.
The guy died?
Yeah.
Like instantly?
Right away.
Oh man, what was it that hit him?
The whole manhole, like the whole massive manhole. It's like a.
It's something they slip in.
Yeah.
And how did it miss you? Thank God. But how did it miss you?
I was in the opening.
Wow.
Yeah. Wrong place, man. Wrong time, and that just shook me for like 2 months.
Like visually, you see everything.
Everything. The guy was standing in that corner. I was standing right there.
And so there was no. I hate to take you through it again.
I went to touch him, and he was like Jello. Like.
But there was no struggle. Like, it was just a quick.
Dumb.
Like he didn't scream. He didn't call out for help. It was just. So before you knew it,
it's a 42,000 pound manhole.
Holy man.
Yeah.
So what happens in that scenario? Obviously, he's got insurance. But did the guy get fired? Was it just a simple mistake?
No, people got fined. A lot of things were wrong. You shouldn't have been working conditions like that.
Oh, okay. So company got in trouble. Some workers got in trouble. Nothing wrong with the equipment, though. It was just a simple mistake.
Things should have been done better.
Yeah.
Through leadership.
Yeah.
And this is when I was like 24. You know what I mean? And it was a big turning point for me, massive turning point. Because for 3 months it was like now I can have like a smile on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just by telling
like
the
looking
story,
back at it,
like,
it's not
oh
as...
man, no.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have just when something like that happens, you just don't know what to do. It's just not now. Now our company has like crazy safety plans.
Of course, it always follows up with that.
You know what I mean? That's how they learn. That's how people learn through other people's mistakes, and that's how companies get more safe. Like if you look at what they were doing 50 years ago, oh my God,
right?
Like people were jumping
smoking on the job, hard hats required,
nothing. People getting cracked in the head for no reason. You know what I mean?
Not even reporting it.
Yeah, not even reporting it, and then they
it's too much work.
Yeah, it's crazy, and people don't understand like simple things will save your life.
Well, you even see some pictures of what's that famous picture in New York where everybody's sitting on a scaffold having their lunch, hard hats. There's like 12 of them lined up.
And they're like 200 feet up?
Yeah, 200. I think it's like a skyscraper sort of style. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, things were done obviously a lot different. Mm-hmm. We've asked you, obviously, what the scariest is. Besides getting picked up by that record label in New York and having, your track liked by, the right people and getting those emails, what was the best thing that ever happened to you, a highlight in your life, whether it's to do with being a kid, Lebanon, here? What would you say is that besides the music thing that we talked about? He's like, my life's boring. He's like, which party do I tell him about?
No, parties are
parties
fun.
are parties.
You know
Yeah,
what I
of
mean?
course,
Like,
of course.
They're obviously like goals.
Look who I'm asking. It's like, just pick, man. What Thursday, Friday, what night you want to hear about?
You know, honestly, like meeting my girlfriend was a big joy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we were not expecting that.
Pulled that one, eh?
What's her name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Shout out Stephanie. This man loves you. Yeah. It's not the first time you've talked about it.
And
I asked you before.
Like what she brought with her, you know what I mean? She has an amazing sister, her family's amazing, you know what I mean?
You told me, man.
Yeah,
you always know you got the right one when you fall in love with the family.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like right away.
Because I think when me and you were chilling watching the basketball game, you got a text or a call from her mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
go.
Yeah,
Go Raptors, go.
Yeah, exactly. It's a done deal. Are they also from Canada? Like originally?
Yeah. They're from Lethbridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit of traveling, but it's worth it, obviously.
Yeah.
That's how you know love's in the air, man.
Oh,
when you don't mind driving for a few hours.
Yeah, a few hours.
Right? in that thing is probably like $300 in gas, but well, yeah, exactly. I wish you nothing but the best, bro. You know that. You know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you, especially in the last few days, the time we spent together, getting to know you on here. Hopefully, people have gotten to know Seelo a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Can we leave them with something though? Your Arabic name. Slayman.
Yeah, that's
Slayman.
Slayman.
But I love that name, bro.
It's not Sleeman.
Sleeman. we actually have Sleemans here.
Oh,
yeah. I was gonna offer you a beer, but you brought us coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
you can't drink and drive, right?
Right. Yeah. Especially in a company truck. But like I said, I loved when I found out that your name was actually Slayman. I thought that was like I love that name.
After my grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
No, he passed away a couple years ago.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. Had a good life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did he die? Like how old was he?
He was 78.
Oh, that's
in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
everybody wants to pass away back home, especially if that's where they're from or where they grew up. It just feels
100%.
right. Because some of them do come here to just be with family and end up, and you always feel like there's got to be a part of them that wanted to do that back home, like lay in peace home. Right?
100%.
Well, like I said, I hope things keep climbing for you. I know it's not the last time we're going to see you.
No,
I appreciate it. Think of us when you're having your
maybe after.
Yeah, maybe. Not in that fucking work truck. That doesn't fit anybody. Move that equipment out of the way. Get us in there.
We'll Uber to Central after, right?
Yeah, exactly. Next time we got to get Nudie to join us.
Yeah.
I heard he was on his way.
I told him to come.
Fucking guy.
He
would have been the third man, like he was for Billy's podcast.
He would have been sitting over there just laughing.
Oh, fuck.
With the musbah. Legs crossed.
I actually got Tanvir one of those. The musbah. The thinking. Yeah,
that used to be the fidget wheel.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good explanation for it.
It's for prayer and stuff.
Yeah.
Some areas.
It gets you. It's good for meditation. You know what I mean? Because it takes your focus off everything else. And they say each beat is a thought. Yeah. And as you're going through it, you're kind of. At least that's the explanation I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nudie would have just destroyed this podcast.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Everything you said. That's the stupidest shit I ever. You know how Nudie is. Doesn't like anything. No. But that's why he's so funny.
That's why he's got all those memes. Man.
Exactly. Yeah. What's up with his Keep that shit going, Nudie. I wish you were here, man. We really missed you. But like I said, this is not going to be the last time. So next time we'll drag both of them, Nudie and Bill.
I got 100%.
All right, brother. Love you. We'll talk to you soon. Hey?
Thanks.
All right.